Today in the Boot Guy, we're going to be doing another deconstruction video with these beautiful 6-inch non-steel toe Timberland Pro Boondockers. So first off, I have to thank Dan, who is an early subscriber to the Boot Guy Reviews to the YouTube channel. He's been reading the website, follows me on Instagram. He has donated this pair of Timberland Pro Boondockers to the whole deconstruction boot series. Him and I both agree that it would be extremely interesting to cut one of these apart as far down as we can possibly go to just get what the guts are. Why are they so comfortable? Because these boots really were a game changer. When it comes to comfortable work boots, the Timberland Boondock, whether it's the 8-inch, the 6-inch, comp toe, insulated, whatever it is, there's something inside here that is exceptionally comfortable. So we're gonna cut this pair apart. We're gonna cut one boot apart, not the other boot. We're just gonna cut one apart and we're really gonna take a look inside. I'm gonna start with the right boot because he pronates really bad, and so he's down into the soft part of the sole where he's out of the heavy shell that's on there. So this should be a little bit easier. There seems to be more wear. Now by looking at these boots, you guys are probably thinking, hey, ton of life left in there. Guess what? There might be a ton of visual life left where you might think, well, they're not worn out because they're not worn out, but they are completely worn out because when he walks around in these, his ankles are completely twisted because he has pronated the heels so bad and he's collapsed the heels in there. So that's why it was time to replace these. 16 months, one pair of boots, he got 16 months out of. It's not the longest wearing boot he's ever had, but guess what? He replaced them with the exact same thing. He's extremely comfortable with this type of boot. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna show you a straight downward shot of me cutting this thing apart. No dialogue, no nothing. When things are interesting, I'll slow down the camera. When things are just kind of redundant and repetitive, I'll speed it up. Let's cut this thing apart and let's look inside. Okay, as always, we've got the boots, we've got some tools. I've got a basic box cutter, work knife, replaceable blade, got a fresh blade on there, pair of channel locks, screwdriver that has a square drive, just so I can get into some of the other spots. I'll probably use this side because it's a little bit more pointier in case I need something to dig into with. And I got a regular knife, nice long knife, so I can actually cut into things. So let's start by cutting one of these apart. All right, so now you might be thinking, wow, that was pretty quick. You broke down that boot pretty fast, but gotta remember, it's 16 months old. It's been broken down. But what's impressive? Okay, so comfort of the Timberland Boondock. What's impressive about it? The sole compound, the layers of the soles. What I always talk about in the reviews, when there's dual density soles, there's multiple densities of soles, there we can actually see it, the hard shell that's going on, the soft, gooey stuff that's in the center, and then this whole other layer of this thick, dense material that is right up at the front of the foot that is pliable and flexible, so it's offering comfort on top of another soft material. Now we've got all these soft, hard materials all sandwiched together. Now, what else do we get? Well, we get the insole that's built in, the anti-fatigue insole, and we get a Texan hard footboard inside there for support with the insole. All these great things. That's what's making it comfortable. That's just what's making the sole comfortable. That's what's making standing in them, walking in them comfortable. That's not even thinking about all this other stuff. All this padding around the toe, the padding around the heel cup, and the heel cup itself, another piece of Texan. Really nicely built. Now the whole upper, well, when you tear everything apart, you can look at all those pieces going on inside there. And there are a ton of pieces inside there. Remember, I always talk about how they put waterproof membranes together and all the other stuff whenever I'm discussing something that's a waterproof boot, doing a review of it. And look at, that's the waterproof bootie. Even with me hitting this thing with a knife, and okay, I was careful, I wasn't that careful. Outside of one or two spots, I didn't even penetrate it. And that's pretty damn cool when you think about waterproof membranes, that you got a razor sharp knife cutting at it and it's still not penetrating. Did go right through the leather, now broken down leather. These boots have never been treated. They've never been oiled, they've never been mink oiled, and it shows. For a Boondock, it should be about 4 shades darker, but Dan really let these boots go by never oiling them, but they are buttery soft. Shank inside the boot. Piece of fiberglass. That fiberglass shank is, you can see the little rivets, it's riveted in so it doesn't move. I would imagine at some point these rivets are going to break free of the glue and the Texan board that's riveted into. At some point it's going to happen. That's just how shanks work. The welt, fully welted, still together. Now, these boots are not resolable. It's only a 3/4 welt, but still, with dual density sole, having a welt, you sitting inside the sole, a little bit on each side, really comfortable, really nice. Well, I hope you enjoyed this deconstruction video. Taking these boots apart was a lot of fun. After selling so many pairs and talking about so many pairs and wearing a pair myself for so long, it's nice to finally be able to cut a pair apart and see what makes it so damn comfortable. Hey, please don't forget to hit my subscribe button below if you haven't already. If you're new to the channel, please do it. Hit the subscribe button. I've got lots of media coming out. I've got lots of videos coming out. Also, if you're a longtime subscriber, think about supporting me on Patreon. Stop by my Patreon page. You will find the link below in the description. Read through my description. Read through everything. You already know who I am, you already know what I do, and you know how long and how much effort I put into making these videos. So if I could get your support on Patreon, as little as 12 bucks for the year would really go a long way in making these videos better and just allowing me to make more and better content. Hey, if you're a subscriber and you got an old pair of boots that you think we would all love to cut apart, you know I'm gonna love to cut them apart, but if you think the other guys are gonna like to watch a video of me cutting them apart, contact me, use my email address below, contact me, let's set up something where you can send me the boots and then I can cut them apart just like I did here with Dan's boots. All right, until the next time, I'm the Boot Guy. Thanks a lot for watching.